Hello guys, and welcome to another video here on the channel. In today's video, which is one of two, I'm going to start building a pure Discmania bag. This episode is going to focus on putters, approach and mid-ranges. And the next video is going to be focusing on fairway drivers and distance drivers. So the birds are chirping and the spring is here. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So when it comes to throwing putters, I would like to have an understable slot, a straight, a stable to overstable slot, and an overstable approach option. For the understable slot, I have brought a P1X in baseline and two different notions, one soft EXO and one hard EXO. For the straight shot, I have brought a Lumen Metal Flake Logic, a premium plastic, a Neolink, also premium plastic, and a Metalogic, also premium plastic. For the stable to overstable slot, I have brought a Color Glow C-Line P1, and this one is stiff and not the C-Line Flex 1. A C-Line P2, the Skyguard 4, and a baseline P2X Gannon Burst New Signature putter. For the approach slot, I have brought a C-Line Color Glow Tactic, a hard EXO Tactic, a Razor Claw 3, and a Crown Stone, which is a C-Line Flex 1 Tactic, and the Niklas Antilat drop. I want to have an understable option for putters because I want to make hyzer flips and long nice turnovers. Sometimes you're just in need of a straight putter and so the straight shot, and sometimes you need some a pushing fading hyzer, and that's why the stable to overstable shot, and I need an overstable approach disc to my forehand so I can approach the green with much more ease. So to the fairway section, I have some understables, some straight to understables, some straights, and some stable and some overstable. So for the understable slot, I have two different origins. I have a Midnight Prowl 1 and the new Neo Lumen origin. And here I have a slot of MD1s, the Color Glow Metal Flake one from this year's mystery box. I have just a regular Color Glow and the Metal Flake C-Line Mindbender. In the straight slot, I have Iron Samurai 3. I have the new Horizon C-Line Metal Flake MD3. I also have a Method, which arguably could go in the stable option. I have the Metal Flake C-Line MD3, and I have a Color Glow C-Line MD3. And to the overstable to stable option, I have four different MD4s: the Horizon S-Line, the Swirly S-Line, the C-Line Metal Flake, and the Color Glow C-Line. And to the most overstable option, I have the MD5 in the C-Line Metal Flake, and I have a Lux Vapor Mutant. And yeah, this is the same with the putters. When I just need a little more distance, I will upgrade to a mid-range instead of a putter. People build their bag differently, but I prefer to have one understable putter, one straight, one stable to overstable, and one or two approach discs. I would actually say two approach discs. Then I prefer to have one understable mid-range, one that fits in between the straight to understable. So for me, it's the MD1, and I would like to have one straight, one stable to overstable, and one crazy overstable. So I like to bag 5 mid-ranges. Some prefer only 3 and 4. Yeah, it's just what makes you comfortable on the course. So let's jump down to the field and try some of these putters, approach disc and mid-ranges out. So before we get down and throw some shots and try these putters, mid-ranges, approach discs out, I have to make a shout out to two of my students. So this one is for you, Tobias and Marie. Thank you for watching again. So let's get down and throw some shots. For the understable option, I would like a turnover putter, and let's start with the P1X. and I want to turn it over behind that small goal over there. So yeah. Yeah, it stabled out a little bit in the end, but let's try the notions. The hard exo. Yeah, that's exactly what I want this slot for. Let's try the soft exo. Didn't come over too much on that one, but yeah. Now we are going to the straight putters to just pipe it down between the goals, and let's start with the Neolink. Quite low, but yeah, dead straight. The Metalogic. Yeah, exactly what I need that one for. Very nice shot. And the Lumen Metal Flake Logic. So that one turned a little bit, and the Meta didn't. So yeah, it depends how flippy you want your straight putter to be. Now to the more stable to overstable putter. Let's go with the Color Glow P1 first. And this one will height out a little bit right there. Yeah, not much, but just a little. Now let's go with the baseline P2X. Yeah, and there comes the hyzer. Yeah, but a little counter skip. And the Sky God 4 C-Line P2. Yeah, and there comes the hyzer. Yeah, to the overstable approach slot. I use this slot for any forehands that pans out flat. I use it to just hyzer around stuff, and I also use it to flex around things. At this first shot, I want to hyzer around the goal on the right side. So let's start with the drop. Yeah, something like that. Now the crown stone. The Razor Claw 3. The hard exo tactic. And the Color Glow C-Line. Ooh, dingers. But yeah, that's the one of the shots I want that for. Now let's try these approach disc and see how they fly when I want to make this any panning shot to flat. Razor Claw 3 first. Yeah. Hard exo tactic. Landed nice and flat. The crown stone. Yeah, that never came out of it. And the drop. Yeah, that even flexed a little bit. And the Color Glow C-Line. Yeah, now on to the mid-ranges, and for the understable slot, the origins. And we're gonna firstly throw some hyzer flips and then some turnovers. Let's start with the Midnight Prowl one. Came up a little bit from the hyzer angle, but I'm throwing in a tailwind, so yeah. Now the Lumen Neo origin. From hyzer to flat. Yeah, very nicely. So that was the first purpose of the understable mid-range, the hyzer flip. Now to the turnover, and yeah, let's go with the midnight prowl again. Yeah, nice panning turnover. It went quite far. Let's try the Neo Lumen origin. That one came out a little bit more wide, but it had that turnover line. Now let's head on to the MD1s. So the MD1s for me is used to go very straight, maybe even end a little bit to the right, but yeah, I have 3 different here, and let's start with the newest Color Glow Sea Line Horizon metal flake. Yeah, very straight, and ended a little bit to the right. Now let's try the Sea Line Color Glow. Yeah, cranked over on that one, and it even got a little bit of turnover, but it fought back in the end. Actually, when the wind is up and the origin is too flippy, I would disc up to the MD1 because of wind factors. So yeah, I also use the MD1 for the turnover shots sometimes. Now the Mindbender. Yeah, got a turnover on that one as well, very identical to the Color Glow Sea Line. Now to the stable straight slot, and yeah, I have 4 different MD3s and a single method. So yeah, let's start off with the method. Yeah, it went straight sometime and then it faded. Now let's try the Iron Samurai 3. Very straight and just a teeny tiny bit of fade at the end. This Color Glow MD3 is almost brand new. It's been thrown a couple of times. Straight, yeah, no fade at all, but yeah, just dead straight. The Metal Flake Sea Line, this has never been thrown, so quite excited to see how it flies. Also pretty straight, with just a little bit of fade, more than the Color Glow, and also a brand new MD3. This is from this year's mystery box, the fan vote, and it's Color Glow Sea Line Metal Flake Horizon. Yeah, so first throw with this one as well. Okay, it looked like it has a bit more fade to it than the other 3 MD3s. So yeah, a little bit more bite to that one. To the overstable slot, I have the MD4s, which I made a video about. Swirly S-line first. Yeah, nice gentle fade. If you want to get around stuff, yeah, that's nice. The Metal Flake Sea Line. Got a nice pump on that one. Yeah. Very similar, but nice. The Horizon S-line. Yeah, and that one has just a little more stability to it. And yeah, if you are on the lookout for that, it's yeah, it's nice. So the swirly S line and the metal flex C line a little bit more straight and a little bit less fade than the horizon S line. Now the color glow. Yeah, by far the most straight option in the MD4. So that color glow MD4 almost reminds me of some of the MD3s. I guess it comes down to what hand feel do you like the most, if it's the MD3 or the MD4. The super stable mid-range option, the MD5 and the Mutant. This slot, sometimes I want to flex it a little bit, and sometimes it's just a hyzer or straight shot. So yeah, let's see how they fly. I'm gonna try to put some hyzer on this MD5. Yeah, a very overstable and dumpy mid-range. Now I'm gonna go with the Mutant, also hyzer. Yeah, so when you do those hyzer shots, it's almost throwing lawn darts. You can really control your distance control with these pushing hyzer spikes. Now we're going to test out how these MD5 and Mutant are flying on a flex line, because this is also a shot type I want out of my crazy overstable mid-range. So let's go with the MD5 first. So yeah, it came out on Anheuser and fought out of it and came back. Now let's try to do the same with the Mutant. Yeah, so the MD5 had a little bit more of glide before it fought out, and the Mutant was very flexing fast. So it depends on what you like for your game. So mid-ranges and forehands, yeah, not something I do very much, but when I do, it will be in 3 different situations. Either a flip up forehand with the origin, it would be with the MD3 a turnover, because if I would do it with this one, it would roll over and turn into a roller, and a straight shot with the stable mid-range with a finish to the right. And either that with the MD4 or MD5, depending on the course, the situation, and the wind. I'm gonna try to make a flip up forehand. I'm not very good at this, but yeah, let's try it. Yeah, it got some flip, and it's a shot type I use very rarely. The turnover shot with the MD3 would look like this. Yeah, something like that. And a straight shot with a finish to the right with the MD4 would look like this. And also with the MD5. Yeah. Now we have been down and thrown the mid-ranges, the approach disc, and the putters. And to summarize this video, I will talk a little bit about what I'm bagging and why, and what I use my discs for. And in the understable slot, I tend to use either the hard or the soft Exo Notion, depends on the weather and the course. But these two out of the box has the -10, so they're a little bit flippy, and I can make these nice turnover shots with it. Sometimes I can get a little bit of a flip up, hyzer flip shot with it, but I'll mostly use one of my mid-ranges for that. In the flippy putter slot, I'll be often using the hard Exo Notion. In my straight slot, when it comes to putters, yeah, I just want to go dead straight, maybe around 250 feet. I will be using the Lumen Logic. with the metal flakes. Sometimes I even use this one because it has a little bit more stability, so this varies, but currently this one is in my bag for my straight slot. And to the more stable to overstable putter, when I want to have some glide, when there's a little bit wind, I will not use this one. I will use the Color Glow P1 that I bag for the stable overstable slot. For my approach slot, I bag the Color Glow C-Line. This one is just, I'm very comfortable with it. I actually think that it's one of my best part of my game is my approach game with the tactic. And this one, yeah, it's just doing the job for me. And when I want a little more glide, I will go to the drop. I also backhand the drop. Yeah, so that is also in the bag. So yeah, these are my putters and approach disc in my bag at the moment. To the mid-ranges. In the flippy slot, I'm currently bagging the Midnight Prowl 1. This one is quite beat in, and I'm debating to put a new one in the bag, but yeah, nice hyzer flip ups to flats and turnovers I can control. So this is the main purpose of this disc. Yeah, so this is the one I bag. The MD1, this one has the purpose of the turnover when there's a little bit more wind on the course, and to dead straight laser beam shots. And for this slot, I'm bagging the Color Glow Horizon C-Line Metal Flake. This one is also getting a little beat in, so I get a little bit flip out of it, which I'm not liking too much. I haven't beat in an MD1 before. This is a newer disc in the past 6 months in my bag, and yeah, so when this gets too flippy, I reckon I will replace it with one of these two. So, but for now, this MD1 is in my bag. To the more straight to stable slot, I use this for, yeah, also dead straight shots when there's a little bit of wind. Also sometimes some hyzers, but not for turnovers. And in this slot, I'm currently bagging the Iron Samurai 3. And this one is also getting pretty beat in, and to the point where I can get some flip to it, which I actually quite like, because it gives me a feeling of more control. When I can release it on a slide hyzer, I can pop it up. But yeah, when this one gets too flippy, I might replace it with either one of these two. But yeah, for now, it is the Color Glow Iron Samurai 3. For the stable to overstable slot, I'm bagging the Horizon S-Line. This one has a little bit more of a fade than the other one here, and when this gets beat in a little bit more, I reckon it will fly much like this one. And yeah, so for now I bag the Horizon S-Line MD4. And to the crazy overstable mid-range slot, this one is actually a slot I'm a little bit in doubt about, because right now I bag the MD5. I have bagged the Mutant before. This was mainly because I also used this one as an approach disc, but I think I'm going through some changes with my forehand, and this one is more forgiving when I make mistakes, and this one can handle more torque than this one. So for now it's the MD5, but I might change it to the Mutant in the future. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, that's the first episode of building a purely Discmania bag with the putters and approach disc and the mid-ranges. Right now I'm experiencing a lot of improvement in my game, so this is it right now. In 2 months it could be totally different, but right now I think these disc covers what I need in my game right now. But as you improve and get more distance, more control, more confident, it might change. So yeah, thank you for watching, and remember to like, subscribe and comment, And be sure to be on the lookout for the next episode, which will cover fairway drivers and distance drivers. And until then, I'll see you.